Hello guys, welcome back to our Share Tales TV. Today I bring to you guys a book review of a novel titled The Counterfeiter's Daughter. This is what it looks like. Very greenish and full of life. At first, when you look at the book, when you look at the cover, what comes to your mind? What do you think the book is about? I didn't know either. I read the synopsis and the review, and it mentioned that it's a book of faith, but I was still questioning, what's going on here. And when I started reading the book, it all fell into place. I understood why there was a motorcycle, why there was a lady, and why there was a guy, and the whole setting behind this, it all makes sense. So this is a Christian novel. It's very interesting. It's full of life. It's embedded with action, suspense, love, and fear. I love how the book started. The author started it with action and suspense. So right from the beginning, I was questioning, okay, what's going to happen next? Why is this happening? What did he do? What's going to happen to him? What's going to happen to the family? So I loved how the book started. The first chapter started out with some spikes of adrenaline, and I love that. The chapters that followed now explained why what happened at the beginning happened, what led to that, and the story is centered on a young lady called Madeline. She's living comfortably in California. She's working as a psychologist. She's doing just okay. Not very outgoing, but she's just okay. Everything changes for her when she receives the sad news that a family member not very dear to her has passed on, so she has to travel down to Germany for the funeral. Though they were not close, but she just had to fulfill that responsibility, and the person in question here is her father. So whether they were close or not so close when he was alive, she just wanted to go there, pay her last respect, and close that chapter of her life. I don't know if this character was expecting some sort of adventure when she decided to pack up her things and head over to Germany from California. I don't know what she was really expecting, because that was a long distance. It would take someone with a very compassionate heart to travel those miles just to pay their last respect during the funeral. So I would call that character a very compassionate person, humble and forgiving, because the author made us understand that Madeline and her father had some hiccups while he was alive, so it was a big deal and a great sacrifice for her to pack up just to go for his funeral. I loved how the author made the story flow. The storyline didn't go too fast, too quickly, and it wasn't too slow, dragging along, explaining one chapter too long. The pace was moderate and good. The adventure, the suspense, the love, the fear, all the feelings really started when Madeline traveled to Germany for her father's funeral. That's where all the action took place, and it was so nice. I loved the love scenes. I love all the action scenes. The setting of this book is very modern, very contemporary, and it's recommended for both young and adults, so anyone can read it. It's not really bent towards one class of people. It's for everybody, for all. Who was my best character in the book? Madeline, of course. I love her. She's very kind, very compassionate, very adventurous too. I loved all the energy in that character. So that's my best character. What I learned from this storyline, I learned a lot about fear, about trust. I love how the author incorporated lessons on faith, lessons on trust, little lessons, encouragement, inspirations. I love that. I took one or two things away from it. The character I didn't like so much was the character of a guy called Leon. He was very cunning, very mysterious in some kind of way. Yeah, so that's the character I didn't like so much. Yes, I do love adventure. I love traveling, but I don't like the process of traveling. But I do love traveling. I wish I could just appear, disappear, repeat, and I'm back home. And one question I would love to ask the author if I see her one day is, how did you go around the German language? I was trying to read it. I was like, oh my god, how did the author get around the language, incorporated it in here? Has she been to Germany before, or has she lived there? But I loved it. I mean, everything was so on point. I was like, wow, there's a lot of German in here. I don't know what most of them meant, but it was just nice seeing another language so articulate. This book has a happy ending. For a lot of stories about love, there has to be a happy ending, and I'm glad this one had a happy ending. A quick summary about the storyline is that Madeline traveled to Germany for her father's funeral. There she got entangled with people and things that were not legal, not her fault. She just got into the situation. There was a lot of running, suspense, kidnapping, a whole lot of things. At the end, she was there as a mediator of peace. She was trying to make things right. I think that was the purpose of her traveling down to Germany, and by God's grace, she was able to make things right, or bring the people that were supposed to make things right. So I think it was mission accomplished. Okay, so those are the quick words I wanted to share with you guys about this book that we read, The Counterfeiter's Daughter. Grab a copy for yourself and let me know in the comment section what you think about it.